Good morning, y'all. It is Saturday, October the 2nd, 2021. I'm just about to hit the woods this morning, and I wanted to invite y'all to come along with me. Let's hope I can get this camera work down pat. This is my first time messing with it, so we're going to see what I can come up with. Hope y'all enjoy it. Get out of here. Ran them deer off. I might be thinking about coming back over here. Looking awful hard. Well, now that I finally got the raccoons out of the tree, I had about 6 or 7 deer underneath me this morning. Right underneath me. I don't know how good the video turned out. But while all that was going on, there's 4 or 5 raccoons in the tree. I know a couple might have fell out. I know one at least fell out of the tree trying to get down. But 3 of them came down the trunk right here behind me not too long ago. So I'm just gonna sit here and see if them deer don't circle back around or if more don't come out of this bedding behind me. That was a bunch of deer. It's the most in one sitting I've seen yet. But they were moving that way. They gotta be over here to my left so I can shoot because I'm right-handed. They were all over to my right, and then those raccoons about fell out of the tree on me. And the deer didn't like all that movement, so right about the time she got over here close enough, needed a couple more steps, and she didn't like all that movement, so they all took off. I'm gonna climb down, and I won't be back out here this evening. I gotta haul hay, so be nice and tired so I can sleep good tonight and try to get back after it in the morning if it ain't raining too hard. I'll see y'all then. Good evening, y'all. It is Thursday, October the 7th. This is about 3:30 in the afternoon. I finally climbed into my stand. I'm going to sit here in this oak tree and hopefully some deer will come by this evening. Maybe I'll get some good footage and maybe I'll get a shot on a deer finally. I know I'm getting closer and closer every time. Thank y'all for hanging with me. So I figured I'd show my setup a little bit this evening. I know I've kind of neglected to do so, but I am climbed up in a chinkapin oak. They're the trees that drop those little sweet acorns that the deer love so much. And I was watching this tree last year and it had a good crop, and it's been steadily dropping for the past week or so. And every day I've been in it just about that I can get out here, and every morning too. That's where I've been seeing all these deer. And my bow hanging over here. If you look back down there, there's a creek, and all the deer kind of live along this creek. Then they go up into the hills and stuff during the day. So back here is an overgrown hayfield. It's got a bunch of briars and stuff in it. So the deer will bed in there during the night and even up during the day sometimes if the moon's real bright. So I'm kind of set up in a real good spot. And every morning I see the deer, they're coming out across the fence back there, and they come right along here. There's my little tripod set up. It's not the greatest, but it works. Coming right along here, eating down below me, and then they eventually meander off on up to that hill back there. There's some sort of food source that I'm not really aware of. I know there's a persimmon tree up there somewhere. Would almost bet that the deer are preferring that persimmon tree over these oaks down here. That's a big red oak right there as well. The deer don't much care for it. They'll walk right on past it and eat these chinkapin acorns, from my experience. I'm gonna sit back down on my little limb over here. I've kind of just been hanging out. goes. I finally got one with the bow I made. I'm gonna get pictures, clean her up, and try to get her out of here. And I think I got it all on video too. That's amazing. Sitting up on a tree limb in a chinkapin tree. Timing was right, y'all. Don't ever give up and put God first. I'll see y'all. Well, y'all, I finally got a deer with the bow that I made back in school last spring. Now, I cut down the tree for this bow and I handmade it to my specifications, 45-pound draw weight, and I've practiced all summer and even last spring once it got completed, so that hopefully I will either get a deer or a turkey or both, maybe a whole lot more with it. And so this evening I got off work a little early and I decided to pop up in this tree that the deer had been coming by. You know, sometimes they come by in the evenings, most times it's in the morning from what I can tell. Well, this evening one deer, as you can see on the video, came up behind me. Now I can't shoot behind me and I can't even shoot to my right really, but the way I was sitting at the time enabled me to shoot to my right whenever these other deer, the ones that went off in the morning time to the hill to eat something else, whenever they came back, the way I was sitting enabled me to turn around and shoot to my right. And this doe just so happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now my shooting wasn't the best this evening. I was shaking like a leaf and I'm not afraid to admit it. That was the most excitement and the biggest rush I've ever felt when deer hunting. Like, they were close. And that one deer never had a clue I was there. She stayed around and these deer didn't know I was there until it was too late. So, wow is all I gotta say. I guess it was finally the right time. The good Lord saw fit to send these deer my way this evening and I cannot be any more excited. So before my lights die, I gotta get her cleaned up and get back to the house and
put her in the freezer this evening, so it's gonna be a long night. Thank y'all for coming along with me, and I'm glad it finally came together. Y'all have a good night.